So as the country continues to devolve into turmoil, the government spending is outlandish. You have influencers all over Ireland and Dublin especially, you know, and these marketing agencies pushing propaganda. You have News Talk, Virgin Media, you know, all these massive RT mainstream media pushing all these crazy narratives. You know who's the only people that are doing well? The ROMA Gypsies. They seem to be doing just fine, guys, making lots of money all around Dublin. But today we have an expose video. This is a undercover Gardaí arresting a pickpocketer. Okay, this one's actually amazing, guys, so make sure to stay tuned. We have a couple of other videos as well on how the general public feel about Micheál Martin walking down the road. You know, he is not a loved person. So for anyone telling you that Conor McGregor is hated, well, we'll see how Micheál Martin is greeted by the public as well. So let's first watch this video. This is on X, okay, previously known as Twitter, about how the undercover Gardaí are actually working quite well. A lot of people hate the Gardaí. I understand the Gardaí sometimes can be, you know, not great. But, you know, in terms of this, guys, being heavy-handed, arresting these scumbags is amazing. You know, arresting killers, murderers, people that do SAs, okay, assaults. You know, they're great for that, guys, okay? Detectives, amazing for that. So, let's see this video on how it goes. Because the ROMA Gypsies we're going to be talking about after this video, the scourge to society that they are, and how, if you guys aren't from Eastern Europe, you know, you wouldn't really know about them. Only Irish people wouldn't know what a ROMA Gypsy is. Now we're actually understanding clearly what that is. I've known about it since I was very, very young, going to Eastern Europe quite a bit, Prague, different places like that. It's horrendous to see that they've just flooded Ireland now with the Gypsy people. So great job, government. All right, let's get it.
Police. Yes. Get off the Lewis.
Get off the Lewis. Get off the Lewis, biatch. Nice.
Get off the Lewis.
Nice.
No good mama.
Good job. Look at these two women coming here to help. They're like, oh my god, that this big man is attacking this woman. No. Gardaí, biatches, get the fuck away. Alright, we're trying to arrest these scumbags. And I'll be honest with you guys, if I see any sort of pickpocketing, bro, forget calling the guards. Like they need to put these scumbags on a plane back to wherever they came from. And that's the thing, guys. Deportation for pickpocketing, end of, guys. You know what I mean? I would say harsher sentences. You guys know what I'm talking about. But sending them back home, bro. If you're pickpocketing, if you're trying to be a scumbag to steal from Irish citizens, you deserve more of this. More arrested, and just flipping deported or jail for 50 years. I swear to God.
Pickpocket! 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 Got it! Who's got it?
Oh, nice. Oh, so a female Gardaí came in here, hit her with that pepper spray as well, hit her with that that fire spray. And I'll tell you guys, I've listened to a lot of people talk about pepper spray. That shit is worse than getting shot, apparently. Pepper spray burns your eyes, makes you not able to breathe. Great job. I mean, this is a clean arrest. You know, a lot of people are going to say, oh, this is, you know, racial because the two Gardaí are white and the lady is flipping Gypsy. But, you know, this is a great arrest. Good job. Good job.
You want me sprayed? Stop!
Spray her! Spray her quickly! Damn! Holy shit! Holy hell! That was that was like a clown show. How many Gardaí hopped out of the van there? Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Gardaí hopped out this van. Hold on a second, lads. That was like that was like a clown car. You know, there's like one guy driving. There's like 15 lads in the car. Holy shit, there was a lot of people that jumped out that van. Good job, though. Again, great job. Holy hell. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Gardaí. Oh my god. That was like a clown show. Holy shit. But that was great work. More guys. Nice.
They said she was a pickpocket.
Hey, see you later, biatch. Hope jail is nice. But I'll tell you guys, you know, this is just the beginning. You know, this is a very minor and great job by the undercover Gardaí. You know, to be able to actually, you know, analyze the flipping environment and actually spot a pickpocket. Very tough work. You know, that is tough work. And obviously a gypsy would stand out like, you know, a flipping prostitute at church. You know what I mean? It's it's pretty flipping obvious, right, to see when you see a gypsy. And a lot of Irish people, like I said, we don't really know what a gypsy is. You have to go to Eastern Europe to understand, you know, this sort of low IQ, not able to speak properly. You know, this is what a gypsy really is, guys. A lot of people don't understand. These are sort of a group of people, okay? And I wouldn't say they're all bad. You know, again, guys, it's not good to generalize. But, I mean, the people that come here, it's clear that they run these sort of like scam rings. They flip and rob from shops. I actually remember seeing a no shit, guys. Now, I'm not a snitch, but I remember seeing years ago, I must have been about like 16, this lady, you know, the big flipping coat. I'll put up a picture here of a ROMA Gypsy. This big sort of lady with this big fat lady, let's be honest, you know, ugly as all hell. She was wearing this big dress and she went into flipping Deals or Mr. Price. Shout out to Mr. Price, it's Irish owned. My favorite shop in the whole of Ireland. I love Mr. Price. I love that place. Love the people that work there. Great, honest, hardworking people. But she was in Mr. Price or Deals, and she flippin' had like a shitload of. She had like a ton of stuff in her dress, and the security grabbed her, and he like shook her like a goddamn piñata, and all the sweets fell out of her. She was like a goddamn piñata. They shook her once, and all the sweets fell from her dress. She was dropping flippin' Sprite bottles, Coca-Cola, you know, M&Ms. You know, they had the Reese's. I don't think they had Reese's back in the day in Deals, but they had all the nice sweets, all the like the top quality, the expensive shit, you know. And I was just flabbergasted as a kid, like watching this. I was like, oh yeah, good job. Like I said, she should. I remember like speaking up, like, yeah, she shouldn't be doing that shit. Legendary day. But anyways, guys, let's get serious, man. Let's get down to brass taxes, man. Honestly, it's horrendous what these gypsies are doing, because a lot of people would know a gypsy, the famous gypsy who committed the murder of Aisling Murphy, or the infamous, I should say. I can't even remember the guy's name, you know, the utter scumbag who just, you know, randomly spotted this lady. Now we have serial killers in Ireland because a random killing, you know, is not normal. We used to have gang stabbings and shootings and stuff, but now we have random murders by these sort of low IQ gypsies that are attacking women like Aisling Murphy, which was an attack on Irishness. You know, her name Aisling Murphy. He spotted the most Irish looking woman you could spot. I mean, she played the flipping accordion. She, you know, she had the hair. She was like this loved person in the community. She taught the kids of tomorrow. I mean, Jesus, this guy should have been sentenced for flipping forever. You know, he should have been sentenced. Joseph Pushka, that was his name. Just came back to me. Like, this guy and these guys is what they do, guys. They're low IQ, and now the whole family is getting charged for flipping, you know, helping the murder, you know, for facilitating the murder, because he didn't, the family didn't rat him out. They didn't tell anybody that he actually murdered her, and they knew, they had knowledge, and they didn't go to the police, the Gardaí, and tell them that he was a murderer. Okay, so absolutely disgusting. They actually back their own people, even if they commit heinous crimes like murder. Absolutely horrendous, guys. But you know, that's the way things are going now. It seems like, unfortunately, you know, the people and the government, you know, have just sold out the people. I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of how it is, guys. Now, the next video we have here, this is even worse. Okay, we have Micheál Martin coming out of like a shed. This looks like, I don't know, like he was in like a boxing gym. It looks very weird. Like, where was he at when he was flipping in this video? I don't know exactly. In Dublin, People that are well rehearsed with Dublin would know more. Maybe it's Moore Street, Abbott Street. I don't really know the streets in Dublin, but this is somewhere in Dublin, Ireland. And the Taoiseach comes out to the main road, and you just see the accosting of the public. I mean, the true hatred the people have for him now. I mean, this is not a beloved person whatsoever, guys. You can't understand, like, you know, if you're in charge of a country, you don't have to be loved by the people, but, you know, at least people should like you somewhat, that you don't get flipping hated on like this. I mean, it's unbelievable, guys. So we're about to watch this video, and let's get into it, man.
Keep the Irish people safe! Listen to the people that's the US monster! Listen to the people that's supposed to represent me, huh? US monster! Close the borders, Billy. I'm not the country full of devils, me, huh? What's going on? What do you want?
So these guys around him are all, you know, toxically masculine men with guns, and, you know, the detectives are, you know, obviously security for him. You know, his cabinet is really against toxic masculinity, but all the security, he has guns, and, you know, they have flipping helicopters overhead, and, you know, they have the full-on military security for him, but, you know, he's against masculine men. And so is Simon Harris. You know, he hates all these masculine men, but he has masculine men protecting him. So yeah, really weird coincidence there.
Disgraceful. Me old man, close the borders now. Close the borders now. Stop putting Irish people on this. There's people being attacked in the local town there.
I mean, that was pretty bad, guys. You know, you see leaders in third world countries like Gaddafi that were loved by the people, you know, and you can't even get a guy in a first world country to be loved by his own people, his own Irish people, man. It's unbelievable. You heard the last guy at the end shouting, you know, close the borders, stop putting Irish lives at risk, and he was just smiling, laughing. Like, he just thinks it's a big joke. You know why, guys? Because the bottom dollar, baby. He's getting paid all this money, bringing people in, you know, making the country just insane. Yeah, it's not good, guys. This something has to give, you know, and you could see it over the last couple of years, you know. I think that this year on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the big platforms, people are very awake to what the hell has happened, because for the last 4 years, guys, you know, not a lot of people were in touch. I didn't really know what was going on either. I wasn't going either way. I wasn't pro this, pro that. I tell you right now, I wasn't. I just wasn't in tune with what the hell was going on. But over the last year, guys, seeing Trump prepare to, you know, run for election in the US, and all these different things happening, Conor McGregor, all these different social media personalities coming out together, voting for hate speech and saying we got to push hate speech bills and hate speech laws in Ireland. You know, Helen McEntee trying to push these laws, and all this crazy woke leftist Marxist agenda stuff driven. You know, it's really opened my eyes along with pretty much the entire public. And I've been reacting to, you know, of course, political issues like, you know, the Middle East and stuff like that for the last year and a half. They're some of my biggest videos. You guys can go check them out. But if you look at the tragedy that's happening in Ireland today, guys, I mean, there's nothing like it in the world. It's unbelievable. They just hate the Irish people, in my personal opinion. I just can't understand how people would ever vote this government in. You know, and our own Irish people voted them in again. I mean, I just voted for anyone else but the establishment, just independent people. Like, if you guys could vote independent and not vote for some political party, you know, like, even they say vote for Sinn Féin, but I didn't vote for Sinn Féin because they're just a second sector, okay? It's the two-headed dragon, you know, like Jesse Ventura calls it, the Democrips and Republicans, okay? They're like gangs in government, these two gangs in government, and then you have the third gang, which is Sinn Féin. Why would we want a third gang in government? They're all the same, they all have the same mouthpiece, the same talk sheet. You know, we don't want to have that, guys. Try and vote for someone else completely in the next election. That's my recommendation on all these videos. If you guys want me to keep pushing back against the mainstream, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the join link underneath the video, become a member, help fund me so I can push back against this, guys. Without me, guys, you know, there's a few other guys on the internet, man, but without me and these few other people, there is not much of a retaliation, because if you're, you know, have a job, or you guys do something like that, or, you know, if you're afraid of your credibility to get another job, or if you're afraid of people in general, you're probably not going to speak out against it. But not me, guys. Okay, I'm a different breed, let me tell you that much. I love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for your support over the last year and a half of putting out these reaction videos to political stuff. I see so many channels popping up now the last 3 months, huge channels, get massive followings on Instagram, Twitter. It's unbelievable to see, guys, and you know, it's unreal, guys. And if we can help motivate people to make more channels, I would recommend people to put out more channels. You know, it's your duty as an Irish citizen, Irish man or woman, to push and actually, you know, dissent the government. As they said, you know, dissent is the greatest form of patriotism. Okay, to critique what the hell is going on with the country, we're allowed to do that, guys. That is what the freedom of speech is giving us, our constitutional right, and hopefully you guys enable that. Okay, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.